Usually I start this bit with a funny kind of thing, but I got nothing. The film Rogue One I watched yesterday is perhaps the most heartbreaking Star Wars film I've ever watched. And so beautiful. So beautiful. Just amazing. This review contains immense spoilers, guys, so turn away now because I'm about to start mentioning them. I don't think I've ever watched a film, and I mean this, ever watched a film where every single protagonist hero, that main protagonist hero, was killed off. You never see that anymore, not with the continuation of what Marvel does, you know, with all these movies and all, and even Star Wars always carries on a story, and you never see the good guys get wiped out for the greater cause, and you never see, well you do, but you never see all of them get wiped out in one go. Especially, I think the biggest one was when Jin died, to be honest, that hit me a lot. But it was so heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking. I was sat in the theatre with my dad, and I looked around, and I don't think there was a dry eye in the place. Everyone was in tears when they were sat on the beach holding hands, and then the explosion from the Death Star just wipes them out, and you're just like, what did I just watch? What did I just watch? That was crazy. It was crazy. I saw it yesterday, and man, I thought, well, I'll react to it. I'll film my review to it today, because my hype will have come down. No, it's gone higher. Favorite Star Wars film ever. I'm not even afraid to say that. Better than The Force Awakens, better than Empire Strikes Back. That's right, I just said it. Because this is not a film where the good guys win. This is a film that enables the good guys to win later on. But this is a film about sacrifice. It's a war movie. It's the Saving Private Ryan of Star Wars, and it was fucking glorious in all its entirety. I will rate it later, but oh man. Let's get on to my favourite 3 characters. So in at number 3, we have Donnie Yen. How can I not love him? He is amazing. The Force is with me, I am... No, hang on, what is it? The Force is with me, I am with the Force. The Force is with me, something like that, and I am with the Force. And when he was walking across that field to his death, and he's doing it, and you just think, what a character. And he turns around and he looks at his best friend, and then he gets hit by that explosion, and you just think, this is... And that was sort of like the second death, and you just think, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. In at number 2, we have to go to K2. K2 was the lovable droid who gave us much love of dry humour. Best line of the night, of the entire film, best line was, "I'm here for you, Jin." He said I had to be. The entire theatre just erupted into absolute madness. Everyone was like laughing. It was just brilliant, and you don't get that in British cinemas. You never get that. So to have people laughing around you was like, oh, this is kind of not British. Usually we're all just sat there going but we were laugh out loud, and even I was laughing out loud. It was brilliant. Laughing out loud. It was brilliant. It was so brilliant. And in at number 1, Jyn Erso. Now you might be thinking, why would you put K2 above Jyn Erso? Because Jyn Erso, this was her story. And if it hadn't been for Jyn Erso, the Death Star plans would never have been given to the rebels. The rebels would never have been able to find the secret loop, which also ties up the plot hole in Star Wars A New Hope. It ties up a plot hole from 30 years ago. Can we just get that in our head? Like, why would someone have a thing in the Death Star? Because it's actually meant to be there, because it's a design fault that allows you to blow up the Death Star by a guy who didn't want to work on the Death Star, and so he laid a cunning plan to blow up the Death Star. Fuck me, man! There are not many stories that would take the time to go back and tie up plot holes from 30 odd years ago, but wow, it did it. Amazing. And this was her story, it was her legacy, it was her incredible achievement. She was a badass. She got shit done. She was not afraid to speak her mind, and she also had an unrelenting love for her parents, which you saw throughout the entire movie, and her father, played by the amazing, oh, bollocks. Played by the amazing old Alex, yeah. Also known as Hannibal, Mads Mikkelsen, sorry. Did such a great job, and it was just, she blew me away. She absolutely blew me away. Loved every minute of her. I'd love to see her in the young Han Solo movie, perhaps. That would be cool. Guiding him slightly, maybe. Oh no, she'd be younger than him. Yeah, she'd be younger than him. But still, that would be cool to see. She's contracted for one movie more, but obviously not in the future because she got blown to shit with the rest of them. Let's get to my top 3 scenes. In at number 3. Now, this one might surprise you because it's only a small scene. It's only a little scene in the whole movie, but it's when they're all flying around and they're all blasting. And I don't think anyone else in the cinema noticed it, but I noticed it straight away, and I was like, oh my god, is that... The fucking ghost flew past. I was like, oh, fuck. Then a little bit later you get a calling to General Syndulla, and you're like, General Syndulla, General... She got promoted? Fucking Star Wars Rebels references, guys. You even had one of the from Star Wars, the Clone Wars he was in, and then he's going into Rebels, yeah, from that, and then you had the ghosts flying about, and you saw Chopper in the little meeting room. Oh, so many Star Wars Rebels calls. It was amazing, awesome. In at number 2, the beach scene. The beach scene for me was heartbreaking because after all these characters have died, which were all heartbreaking in their own right, and they'd all tried so hard to push forward. The pilot had got the transmuter, he got killed. He got to the switch, he got killed. They all played their part very well, but then they were killed straight away afterwards, and that's an ultimate sacrifice. But the beach scene was so hard to watch because what would you do? They didn't even try to run. Would you try to run? Even though you know you can't possibly outrun it, would you still run? It's a fight or flight thing, isn't it? It's like you have a stand there and you take it like a pro, or you run like a little bitch, you know. And they both stood there like pros, man. They were amazing, so cool. And just when they held hands, and it was just like, whoa, well, that would, if it'd be split second death, it wouldn't even hurt. But man, it was hard to watch, really hard to watch. In at number 1, my favourite scene. Now this might not surprise you. He wrecked some fucking shit. I mean, come on. We have never seen Darth Vader like that. Not ever. Them rebels, man, that was dark as shit. But the guy was screaming, help me, and changed to save the, take it, because he knew he was dead. He knew he was done. That was legendary. Darth Vader's just like cutting people up. Also, can we just go back a little bit to the pod? Come on, that was brilliant. People are like, oh my god, Darth Vader just make puns. I'm like, well, he does now, and that was fucking awesome. He was like choking Garrick. Yeah, he was choking Garrick, and then you went, don't choke on your aspirations. He just walked away, like shimming away. It was amazing. I loved it. I don't care what people say. I thought it was awesome. What a great film. What an absolutely great film. Seriously, it was just... I was taken aback by how good it was. I think I went in with low expectations and I came out just thinking it's the best Star Wars film I've seen, and I still think now I think it even more so. But Felicity Jones and the entire cast did such an amazing job. It was done... Gareth Edwards needs all the awards for directing that masterpiece, and it was done fantastically. It was a little slow in the first half, but now thinking back to it, I kind of appreciate it more because it gave us the characters and gave us time to build sort of like an approach to it. It was very, very cool, but an awesome story. I'm rating this... I was going to give it a 9.5 out of 10, but fuck it. It's a 10 out of 10. My first 10 out of 10 since Ruby. I'm very happy with that. Rogue One. Should you see it? Yes, you should. It's fantastic. In fact, it's better than fantastic. It's crack-a-lacking. Screw you, Jeremy Jams. I don't need your words anymore. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great day, and I do love you all. Rogue One. Should you see it? Yes, you should. Go watch it. Love you all. Bye.